What's up guys, Charles from TreeTanksDev, and in this video we're going to check out whether or not the DJI Osmo Mobile 3, which is DJI's latest gimbal for mobile phones, is the best option for your iPhone 11, your iPhone 11 Pro, or your iPhone 11 Pro Max. So right now I have the iPhone 11 right here and also the iPhone Pro Max. So we're going to throw these two phones on the DJI Osmo Mobile 3 and see how well these two phones, which are pretty large, and the iPhone 11 Pro Max is pretty heavy as well, a small gimbal which is really portable and easy to carry around, whether or not this gimbal can take the weight of an iPhone 11 Pro Max and an iPhone 11. As you can see, I have jelly cases on both phones, so these jelly cases will actually make the iPhones slightly heavier and thicker as well. So we're just going to test out with the jelly cases itself. If it really doesn't work, then we'll take off the jelly cases. So basically, if you haven't already watched my comparison between the DJI Osmo Mobile 2 versus the DJI Osmo Mobile 3, I will leave the link in the description for you to get a better overview of the pros and cons of using the Osmo Mobile 2 against the Osmo Mobile 3. So I also said in that video that the Osmo Mobile 3 would be a perfect camera because of its design, of how DJI seem to acknowledge that most cameras right now in the market, the newer launches, actually come with ultra wide angle lenses. For example, the iPhone 11, which has the ultra wide angle lens, as well as the iPhone 11 Pro Max also has that ultra wide angle lens, same as on the Samsung S10 and the Samsung Note 10. So using the DJI Osmo Mobile 2 or other gimbals that I've used before, shooting on the ultra wide angle lens straight up vertical like this, the ultra wide angle field of view, your axis on the gimbal will actually be recorded on the bottom right side of the picture, which absolutely ruins the video. So that's why the Osmo Mobile 3 is actually designed specifically for ultra wide angle lenses. However, right now it's just whether or not this Osmo Mobile 3 can actually take the weight of these two mobile phones. So let's get straight. So we're going to start off with the iPhone 11. I'm going to put the iPhone 11 Pro Max away. Start off the iPhone 11 with a jelly case. This tripod is actually my own tripod. You can actually use your own tripod if your Osmo Mobile 2 doesn't come with a tripod as well. So open it up like that, just like that, and as you all know, there is actually no arms to be adjusted in order to balance your mobile phone. You just have to make sure that your mobile phone is in the middle of the holder. There's an indication over here, phone camera direction to the left, so just line that up with the direction and make sure that the phone is in the middle of the phone holder like that. So there are no arms for you to actually adjust in order to get it to work. So just like that, just adjust it until you get a good balance, some sort like that. So we're going to power it on, and automatically it will go into portrait mode. In order to get to horizontal mode, double tap the mode button twice and it will go into horizontal or landscape mode. So right now we are in video mode, as you can see, and the balance looks pretty good. And we're going to switch to the ultra wide angle lens, then you'll know what I mean, like this. Just tap on that, you'll get to the ultra wide angle lens, which actually shoots 4K 60 frames per second. No other mobile phone in the market right now can shoot at 4K 60 on the ultra wide angle lens. So you can see, if you are using the other gimbals such as the Osmo Mobile 2, at the bottom right you will be able to see the axis in the picture, and the only way to counter that is if you were to tilt your gimbal, pan horizontally, and that would solve the issue. But sometimes you might forget and hold it vertically like this, and that absolutely ruins the videos that you take. I did experience that before, and I was absolutely pissed with that axis being in majority of my videos. So you can see this is very nice weight, even with the jelly case on the iPhone 11 and the ultra wide angle lens, 4K 60, absolutely perfect travel portable gimbal. We're going to test out the axis if there's any weird noises. Seems pretty good. And you can also tilt it this way. This is what one of the YouTubers actually pointed out to me, because you cannot pan this horizontally, and the maximum you can go is not even vertical like on the other gimbals. In order to get this, you can actually walk sideways. This is how you do it on the Osmo Mobile 3. If you're running and walking, it is a bit tiring to hold it sideways like this. walk like this. It is a bit uncomfortable if you're running and walking for a long period of time because it's a bit tiring. It's much easier to hold it vertical, but that's a really small issue. The good thing is that you can use your ultra wide angle lens specifically built on the Osmo Mobile 3. So the weight and everything is perfect. Hold it like that to film. And if you're running, walking, you can tilt it this way and then walk and run. One of the YouTubers, like I said, pointed this out. Thanks a lot for sharing on the channel as usual. Really great. You need to tilt it sideways. So we're gonna move on to the iPhone 11 Pro Max right now. Okay, so the iPhone 11 Pro Max, extremely heavy phone. I think it weighs about 265 grams. With the jelly case, I think it adds a little more thickness and a little bit more weight. Again, just all you have to do is make sure that your phone is in the middle of your phone holder, like that, somewhere in the middle. And that is all you need to do in order to get it to balance. So are the motors strong enough to hold the iPhone 11 Pro Max? Okay, so that looks more or less centered. Power on. Great, very nice. No straining on the motors as well. Looks very nice and smooth. Tilt it. Everything looks great. Recenter. Like that. Of course, you need to close your tripod legs or use a smaller tripod. This tripod that I'm using is really big lens, so that looks really nice, guys. This Osmo Mobile 3 absolutely is able to take the weight of the iPhone 11 Pro Max. So we're gonna do some test footage right now. I'm just gonna go downstairs and just take some test footage to see whether or not how good the stabilization on the Osmo Mobile 3 is, because the iPhone 11 Pro Max, the iPhone 11s, the cameras don't have electronic stabilization, but they do use optical image stabilization. Let's go test it out, and we're gonna test it out at night right now. We're gonna test out the low light capability of the ultra wide angle lens and also the wide angle lens. So let's go. Okay, so we are on the ultra wide angle lens, shooting at 4K 60 on the iPhone 11 Pro Max, going for on the DJI Osmo Mobile 3, and just testing out the night capability of the video and the stabilization on the Osmo Mobile 3 as well, because like I said, this iPhone 11 Pro Max is pretty heavy. You can see that or maybe because I'm using a screen protector, but the video does look pretty dark. So we're just gonna test out and see the low light capability. You can see very little light bleeding if you look at the 440A word, so that's pretty good. And the video doesn't look really grainy and stuff. Let's see, you can barely see any noise. So like I said, this is the ultra wide angle lens. And so how is the stabilization? Is it good on such a heavy camera like this, handphone like this? So we can tilt it sideways. It's tilting a little bit too much. Just testing the walking, the stabilization. Low light capability. Very dark. It is tilting a little bit, so I'm not so sure how stabilized the footage is. I need to recenter every now and then, tilting it sideways just to see. But I do need to recenter it quite a lot. Sometimes it goes out of balance. It's tilting a little bit too much. But how's the stabilization? But video quality looks really good. I need to put it on my laptop to check it out, but the gimbal, not too bad. Okay, so transition from dark to light, and we're gonna do the normal wide angle lens. Okay, so right now we are on the normal wide angle lens, going from light to dark area. It does look a lot brighter because the aperture on the normal lens, the wide angle lens, is bigger than on the ultra wide angle lens. You can see the footage looks really good. It's much brighter than on the ultra wide angle lens, which is expected. How about the light leading on the 440A, where it's pretty good as well. So we're gonna do the walking test right now. Bend it sideways like this. Right now I'm sideways. Checking out the darker area. It looks a lot better. So bending it horizontal to the side right now again for walking and running purposes. It looks very nice. It looks it's performing better right now than when I was shooting on the ultra wide angle. Yep, so yep, that's it. That's a sample of the stabilization and the low light capability of the iPhone 11 Pro Max on the DJI Osmo Mobile 3. Alright, so censor this. We are on the front-facing camera of the iPhone 11 Pro Max. You can't really see my face. We're shooting at 4K 60 frames per second. So this will be like Instagram-worthy videos in this portrait mode. Testing out the low light capability. Is it any good? It's actually not too bad. We're going through the lighted area right now. How does that look in low light? So we're going upstairs.
Coming up.
There's quite a lot of lens flare at the top. But yeah, overall looks pretty good. So we're gonna just, and stabilization on the Osmo Mobile 3 is good as well.
Starting now.
Yeah, there's a lot of light distortion on the front-facing camera, but overall low light, I guess it is pretty alright. So basically guys, that was it. I think pretty good performance from the Osmo Mobile 3 to take the heavy weight of the iPhone 11 Pro Max, which is, I think, in comparison to the other mobile phones out there, I think that the iPhone 11 Pro Max is probably one of the heavier ones around. And for such a light and small portable gimbal, the Osmo Mobile 3 does a really good job in keeping the iPhone 11 balanced and stable. So I've been probably using this for the last 15 minutes or so, but the motors are not overheating or anything. It's slightly warm, but not much of any heat coming up. So the motors are holding up very, very well. So hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Thanks for watching. Hit the like button, the subscribe button, and the notifications button. I will be coming up with more videos on the Osmo Mobile 3 and the iPhone 11 Pro Max. Thanks guys for watching, and peace.